Hey everybody, welcome to BrickVault. My name's Jack, and today, let's see if I can pick them up like this. Today we've got all 4 of the Star Wars Last Jedi buildable figures. Each wave of buildable figures, I think this is wave number 4. Each wave of buildable figs, I think, comes with 4 each, and so these are the characters that come from Star Wars Last Jedi. I mean, Chewbacca, he looks the same in all of them, so he could pretty much be in any of the series, I suppose. And Rey, I guess, is wearing some clothes that I think are more fitting for what she's wearing in Last Jedi and not Force Awakens. But I don't know. I feel like actually this guy too. I feel like, didn't we see an elite TIE fighter pilot maybe in the other one? Anyways, this guy for sure. This guy for sure is Last Jedi exclusive. That definitely I know. Anyways, these are the 4 buildable figs. None of them are that big. They usually don't take very long to build, so I'm like, you know what? I'll just build all of them for this one single stream and hopefully have something for tomorrow's stream. But anyways, that's what we got. I was thinking of maybe just doing these 2 guys and then doing the bad guys tomorrow, but I don't know. I just want to do them all. So anyways, hello. I hope everything is good. I hope you guys are having good times at your houses or your apartments or your caves or something. I don't know. Whatever you guys are doing, it is a Tuesday morning. Not that early morning, but pre-afternoon for sure. Down here. Oops, sorry. Oh, whoa. We have a video transition now. Whoa, we've got a video transition. Okay, cool. All right, cool. Just making sure that this connection works pretty good. Okay, we can see all of them. I'm going to zoom this in for sure. Hello, everybody. Oh, The Last Jedi is actually on here. Last Jedi from Twitch. Okay, so I think I'm going to start with Chewie, because I like Chewie the best. And I already have sort of my preconceptions about sort of what I think is good within the buildable figure series and what I think is bad within the buildable figure series. And some of those notions aren't going to change with the opening of these new sets. But I am always curious to see how good or bad they actually pull off the figure. So hello, everybody. Hello. Jack, your channel rules. Thank you, Aiden. Chewie and the pilot look awesome. You guys think Chewie's... I think Chewie's actually pretty cool because normally I'm not a big fan of sort of like the organic... Oh yeah, let me go through each of these figures, these sets. I guess I'll go through like the logistics about them. Right, ages 8 to 14, set number 75530. Biggest one of this wave, it is 179 pieces, at least in parts. It's the biggest. And he comes with his bowcaster, and I like the use of the inverted studs that make up his ammo belt around the outside. Particularly, Chewbacca is selling for, currently right now, 25 pounds, $35 in the US, or 35 euro. He's the most expensive because, well, A, he's got the biggest pieces, and these prints and all the molds and stuff that make up his body, they're just exclusive to this character. You're not going to find these molds on other versions, which is unlike this TIE fighter pilot. He actually is the cheapest, but because so many of the black armor pieces have been used before, he's actually he's the cheapest, even though he doesn't have the least amount of parts from this wave. So that's why he's the most expensive, because I think he's also got the most unique parts as well. So anyways, that is the logistics of Chewie. No numbers for these bags. I don't think there's going to be numbers on any of the buildable figure bags for as long as this thing starts. Thank you, Miles Peterson. Great channel. I got 2 Lego Star Wars Binacles, and they were so hard to make. Oh, really? You thought they were hard? Well, I guess I've built all of them now, or, you know, by the end of this, I think I've built every single one that we have in the studio, which is the entirety of all the figures, so I'm super used to it at this point. There's a pretty standardized way they do it, I should say. So, notice me, BrickVault! You've been noticed. Witness me. Jack, would you like to see Empire Strikes Out Han Solo buildable figure? You know, at this point, I'd like to see all the main characters in buildable form. Empire Strikes Out. I would like to see buildable figs for all the main Star Wars characters, because it's like, you know, why not? Personally, I don't think the characters with the actual faces look as good as some of the other ones. Oh, I should probably open up all the bags before I try to build stuff. Sup, Scotland? Oh yeah, you guys chilling at work watching Jack do his thing. All right, we got some Twitch supporters. Got a lot of people jumping in on the YouTube stream. Darth Vader in the house. Jack, how are you? I'm very good, Miles. I'm very good. I feel like it's been forever since I've jumped on the stream. I mean, I think I did. I don't know. Maybe Mike did Friday's stream. I can't remember. And then he did Monday, so it's like it's been almost a week. Yeah, if Mike does like Friday and Monday, then like I wouldn't have been on the stream for almost a whole week, which is crazy, considering there's one live stream at least each weekday, or usually one live stream every weekday. Not at least. That would be inaccurate to say. The only ones I have is Darth Vader and General Grievous. Personally, General Grievous I think is the best. I don't know if they're ever going to top General Grievous as it for buildable figs. I mean, there's something sort of timeless and classic about getting like a Stormtrooper, which I think was great. But General Grievous has just like an awesome character that lends himself sort of perfectly to the kinds of parts we're using. Yeah, General Grievous was the coolest. And he still is my favorite. He was from the first wave. Very cool guy. All right. Let's see if I can't find all the different Technic pieces too quickly. Technic can take, on average, I think it takes, the average builder builds slower with Technic. There's just I don't know what part of why that is exactly. It's not necessarily more complicated, but that's just part of the building experience. I feel like Technic in general is just a little bit slower. Not by a huge margin, or actually, well, it really just depends, because I know some people that are really good system brick builders, and they are just phenomenally slow with Technic. It really just depends on who you talk to, who you know. Jack, you have new Battlefront 2 trailer? Oh yeah, I did see it. I gotta say, I'm not as like into Battlefront, or like Battlefront. Like a lot of people stopped playing it pretty quickly. It was like one of the huge hype, of course, because it's like a first new Star Wars game, like shooter that we'd like gotten basically for that caliber ever. Yeah, people were really into it, and then very quickly I think people realized there just wasn't enough content, and so people stopped playing it pretty quick. Battlefront 2 does look like a step in the right direction, but I can't say that I'm like getting, super crazy. You know what I did? I put this in the wrong direction. Okay. I only have a few of the buildable figs, so I decided to open up and build the First Order Star Destroyer. Absolutely love it. Oh yeah, yeah, First Order Star Destroyer. I think they did a pretty good job on that. I still, I don't know when I'm going to find the time for it, but I'm definitely going to custom modify the First Order Star Destroyer to not have stud guns. It's going to take quite a bit of sort of prying open a lot of those layers, but absolutely worth it because I think it'll look a lot better. Hey Jack, do you have the Lego Death Star? We do. We got the new one, which people are understandably sort of hating on a little bit because it's basically a remake, or it is a remake of the original version of that set that came out, I don't know, like 7 years earlier, and they're selling it for quite a bit more. So understandably, people are kind of like not happy about the way that came out, and I still think it's a good set, but yeah, it's definitely a bit overpriced. Now that I look at it sort of in retrospect. Here we go. Oh, what? I was supposed to do that times 2? Oh, it's the worst. Okay, let's do that quickly. Hey, Jack, do you wish the Mega Blocks would become obsolete? No. As long as the market is fair and, they're given... they are given the ability to put their best foot. Any company's given the ability to put their best foot forward to make an alternate form of Lego building toy. then good on them. That's fine. You know, it's a good medium for toy making, being able to build your own stuff. And, you know, I don't want them to do bad. I don't even want them to make bad products. I want them to make as good a products as possible, because that, you know, forces all the companies, including Lego, to make sure to stay on top of their game, you know? I think competition's a very important part of any industry, including Lego. Even though they're like, I don't know if they have any real contenders for Lego, for building block stuff. Why does this look funny? Why does this look like it's... This looks like it is not what it seems. Oh, whoops. Okay, I know why. Accidentally pulled the pin out. I have food poisoning. That's too bad, Jake. I have been in your shoes before, and it is not fun. The one silver lining about food poisoning is usually it passes through you pretty quick. That, at least the standard one, unless you like really got something. Those bugs usually run through you pretty quick. So I hope you feel better. It is rough stories, man. Jack, can you please say Mega Bloks? No. Like I just said, I don't have anything against any building toy companies, building block toy companies, as long as they're ethical. So the big hyphen or the big asterisk on that is, of course, Lepin, because they are not ethical. So, yeah. That's my 2 cents about the whole thing. This is a really, by the way, this is a totally different structure interior from any of the other buildable figs. I'm telling you right now, this is way different. I like what we're doing here. We're building up the shoulder area for Chewbacca. But I can tell you right now that it really is quite a different build style than any of the other buildable figs I've put together, which is all the other ones. So that's kind of cool. Jack, who's your favorite Star Wars character? Please answer. Well, Miles, I feel like that changes all the time. I mean, of the main characters, I think I like C-3PO the most, of just like sort of the main like crew, you know, like the main guys. But as just like a favorite sort of just general kind of weird character that I think is like a funny sort of weird fit into the universe, I just like some of those background characters that they bothered to give names, like in the canon, like later down the line, like Max Rebo and just like some funny weird ones like that. Okay, let's see what we got. So this is turned this way. There's so many things that just constantly move around. Okay. Okay, interesting. This might be some connection point for like the ammo belt. I'm not entirely sure. So this goes on one side, but not the other. Wow, this is actually a complicated little build. I like that. Challenge accepted. I mean, not complicated, but there's a lot more layers to this than I thought. A Camino set would be great addition to my collection. Yeah, I agree. Camino would be good. Oops, I put those in the wrong direction. Do you like Ninjago? I like it more than Nexo Knights. But I'm not gonna go out and say I'm a big Ninjago fan. I've made that so clear throughout like the years. Like, I don't know much about the story. I know basically the bare minimum about the characters and the general evolution of some of the main plot points from the series, but I don't watch the show. I have no desire to watch the show. And I probably will never jump on to the series, like, seriously. I know I won't, actually. Nothing like against it. You like it, go for it. It's just a little bit not up my alley, that's all. I love, like, the sets are what it's all about for me. So that's where I'm gonna keep it. Just about the Lego sets. And where the heck? Oh, I know I wasn't seeing that proper piece. Hey Jack, do you think the court case with Lego and Lepin will turn out? I hope so. Dude, it better. Like, sorry, I was just checking my messages. Yeah, because we should be hearing, for those that don't know what that, Lego has taken Lepin to court. Lepin being the company that basically just steals directly from Lego their designs and stuff and just makes just cheaper versions of Lego sets. Not like they make stuff similar to the Lego product. They straight up make the exact same stuff, just worse quality. So it's as unethical as it gets. If they weren't a Chinese company that, like that, like companies like that wouldn't normally be able to exist in most of the rest of the world, but this one does, and Lego officially filed a court order against them last year. Dude, that was like a year ago. And we are supposed to be hearing the first sort of rumblings of some of the court appeals, like at the end of this year. That's what they said last year when Lego first took Lepin to court. But we don't know what that is, and I hope Lego wins on all fronts. I'm sure I don't know everything that they're prosecuting Lepin on, but I'm sure they're in the right for all of the transgressions. There's no way. Lepin straight up like steals the exact art from the boxes, so it looks like the exact same set, and they just Photoshop Lepin over the name of Lego, and that's it. It's like the exact same. It's pretty awful. You wouldn't be able to get away with it in just about any other place in the planet. But anywhoosums, always how it goes. Yeah. So, yay, hit 100 subs. Oh yeah. Hey Jack, do you think the Lego should make a new Bespin Cloud City set? Yes, Miles, of course. Absamundo. It's just a matter of time. You know that they. I bet you the designers, like the actual builders in Lego, like the studios, they've probably built so many drafts of those sets for such a long time. I bet you they've got a million things that they would do. I hope they do a big one where they do a big open Bespin thing where you have like a place to land, the Slave 1 and like the Falcon. That would be awesome. Maybe even come with one of the Bespin, I don't know if they call them fighters or escorts or something. Those, the dual cockpitted red little speeder things that escort them into the city at first. Those are really cool ships. That might be a set on its own. I mean, with the Han Solo movie, I have a feeling we're going to be getting a lot of Cloud City stuff. Or I hope we are. Actually, I don't know, because Cloud City seemed like it was kind of a new thing when Han first saw like Lando in Cloud City. I don't know. Would I actually be kind of curious to see if they put Bespin into the new Han Solo movie. Jack, did you see the new Lego Batman movie set? It's awesome. Yeah, I reported on it. Yeah, it does look good. I think it looks pretty amazing actually. So, hopefully, hopefully that is one of the direct-to-consumer sets. I don't know. I don't know if it is or not. I don't know if that is going to end up being one of the direct-to-consumer sets. I hope it is. It feels like it would be. It just feels like it would be one of those sets. BrickVault, what was that music? I have no idea. We just, most of our music, the vast majority is just free download from the YouTube audio library. We have a few other free download places that we get some music from. Silk Music, I don't know, but it's all stuff that has free license, so we can actually play it for you guys on the stream. Ooh, this is interesting. So what I like is normally this is a thigh piece that's supposed to be on like the side. This mold is the same as a thigh piece on the side of a buildable figure, but because it's chewy and he's all furry, it's actually turned itself around. So it's like this. So his thigh piece is actually on the other side. Totally different. It's a pretty clever way. Oh, wait a second. This has slightly different details though. See how the fur detailing is going up? That's not what you want. Oh, and of course I ripped the whole part out. Dang it. I got the shape. The mold is correct. The print was just different. Yeah, I needed this print. Yeah. So the fur looks like it's going down that direction. Okay. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, this is the one I need also for the other side. Hello? Oh, it looks like somebody's at the door. Hold on, I'm gonna open it up. Let me hit this window. Heyo. How's it going? Streaming? Yep. Alright. Oh. Okay, guys. You're on the camera. I switched you back. Alright. Alright, oops, yeah. I keep on, sorry guys, we keep on going between the different. There we go. I like the transitions for the videos. Jack, what is your opinion on the new Bounty Hunter Battle Pack? Do you like that it's cheap? Please answer. Yeah, I think it's good. I think it is a good set. The one thing, I don't know if you guys have been paying attention, but I sort of complained about it a bit in the beginning. And I still think those complaints are somewhat valid, whereas dang it, is this the proper one? Oh yeah, okay. Where they should have added a different bounty hunter. They redid so many of the bounty hunters that they always redo, and I was like, come on, man! Like they added Forlom, but not Zuckuss. I thought that was a big sort of mistake. I was like, man, I don't think they did it on accident. I think they did it intentionally. I think they were just like, all right, well, we can just make more sets and eventually add Zuckuss to the list. But they should have added him into that set. Boom. Jack, do you think they should bring back the old themes like Indiana Jones? I really like to see some more Indiana Jones sets. I could not agree with you more. Belt to belt, or belt. There's an E at the end. I don't know if I pronounced it. Anyways, yeah, I totally agree. They should bring back Indiana Jones sets. They are doing another Indiana Jones 5, which I'm not looking forward to that movie, but it could be a good excuse to get another series of Indiana Jones sets, because those Indiana Jones sets were first, you know, that when the Crystal Skull movie came out, it was kind of their excuse to remake some of the old movie sets, which was a really good idea. And I think they sold way better than the Crystal Skull sets. I don't know that for sure, but it just feels like they would have, I guess. So yeah, that would be awesome if they redid that. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, Jack, they missed Zuckuss. I know. It was too bad. It was too bad. Because now you still can't quite do that awesome lineup scene from, I think that was from Empire Strikes Back. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I'm not sure if that was Empire Strikes Back. It could have been Return of the Jedi. You should make a Lego mock with these figures. Yeah, well, I think I'm going to do a collection video on these guys. I think we finally have enough buildable figs in the studio to make it sort of worthwhile to do a legit collection video on them. So, yeah, I'll have all the buildable figs come out for that, which would be a fun episode. Okay, here we go. And then this comes through. This is pretty intense, guys. Chewie's going to be really tall. I'm probably going to build him out of the screen by the time I finish this. Just have a feeling. When is the movie coming out? The Last Jedi movie? That's December, isn't it? Probably end of December, similar time to sort of all the other sort of Jedi Star Wars releases. They always come out around Christmas. I know this is a crazy piece, by the way. I'll show it to you guys closer when we get there. But it really is a there it is. It really is a cool mold. Are you looking forward to the new Han Solo movie or Indiana Jones 5? I would say Han Solo movie more than Indiana Jones 5 because I already didn't like 4, so there's a very good chance I'm probably not going to like 5 either. Whereas Han Solo and in general the Star Wars movies that Disney's producing, you know, some people might not like them a whole lot, but none of them have been like downright bad. You know what I mean? So I'm probably gonna like the Han Solo movie more. That being said, there has been the weird sort of scuffling rumors about, you know, well, first the directors quit, and then I don't know. There's definitely weird production things going on within the making of that movie that make people a little doubtful, but I still hope it's good. Jack, did you fix the inappropriate bots posting messages or no? I don't know. If I see inappropriate messages, I already deleted somebody. Blocked somebody from this chat before the chat even started. So if I see inappropriate stuff, I'll just block it. That's my policy. I know Mike and a lot of the moderators and stuff will be a little bit more forgiving. For me, if I see something that's just kind of just very much just for the sake of trolling and for the sake of oops, look at that, it's backwards. Yeah, I usually block people pretty quick. That's my thing. Let's see, Netherland, how do you become friends with Mike? How did you meet? We met at a Lego store. Surprise, surprise. Boom. Look how tall that's going to be crazy. Okay, I can't even if I stand him up, he's already out of the shot. He's going to be the biggest guy. I think he's going to be taller than Vader. I'll check when I finish this. Yeah, I'm almost positive that he's going to be taller than Vader. Ooh, wait, hold on. I almost skipped a whole series of things. Okay, yeah, and then this was the piece I was supposed to have put on later. I should have put this on. This is what I put on earlier in the wrong spot, but now the fur matches up properly. The printing for it does. And then there is another one of these, which kind of indicates more fur. It's got to be the spot. Oh, no, that's the one. And then on the back, we've got, I like this. This is the use of, these are shin pieces, but if you put them on the back, they actually work decently well as sort of, I guess, calf muscles, I suppose. Okay. So there's Chewie. He's getting built up pretty well now. Hey, Jack, are you excited for Obi-Wan solo film? Please answer. You don't always have to write please answer, but yeah, totally. Obi-Wan solo film, let's do it. I'm looking forward to the Obi-Wan solo film more than Han Solo. I don't know why. For some reason, it just feels like it could be cooler. Yeah, Obi-Wan will be cool. I hope they don't do a Yoda, though. They could just not do Yoda. That would be nice. They don't have to do every character spin-off movie. They can hold back, I think, on some of them. Okay, and we've got, I don't even know. It's harder for you guys to see what I'm putting together. They're just these tiny little sort of super densely packed little blocks of Technic. Okay, this is the chest piece. Oh yeah, it's a little bit darker brown. Okay, so this is the chest piece. But this chest piece is not actually going onto his chest. Let's see. This is on the back. Very cool. It's his little pouch. I think he's got a little satchel. Okay. Chewie impression? Can't do one. I can't do it. Can you do a Chewie impression to whom? That's actually pretty good. I don't know if anybody could hear that on the stream, but that's actually a pretty good Chewie impression. Oh, interesting. Look at this. I didn't even see that. You get two of the same brown chest pieces, but they only decided to add fur detailing to one of them. I'm a little bit I don't know why they decided, you know, this is for going to be the front of his chest, but we're building up his back right now. So, I don't know. I think they should have just changed up the fur detailing and not just taken it away entirely. Is that too high? No, it's not too high. Okay. Wow, there's a lot of pieces here. Okay, let's build the arms out. Yeah, I have a feeling, yeah, this is where the chest piece is going to go. It doesn't tell me to add it yet. There might be something I add on the inside first. Let's build the arms out. Boom. Arm time. Jack, have you done Kai's Fire Mech for the new Ninjago movie? Yes, we've done every single thing for the Lego Ninjago movie as a review, as a live build. It's all done, so you can go through our Ninjago playlist, and it'll probably be all the most recent. It will be all the most recent stuff for it. And we are going to be having videos on going back through the ages of Ninjago, doing all the collection videos for that. So that'll be fun. And, okay, there we go. Because we actually have all the Ninjago figures from every single series. We just haven't made videos on those yet. But I think it'd be good to go through the seasons. Do we add? Oh, I had the arms on now. Okay. All right. So there's one arm. Snap. Scotland K coming in hot with 3,000 bits. Chewy sound. Oh, you did hear the chewy sound. Oh, Nahum, they heard your chewy sound, and we got a cheer for it. Thanks, Scotland K. Jack, can you do a Lego Ninjago movie giveaway? You know what? I actually already did one of those. It just wasn't official on the channel. We did have an over order, and we had like a friend of ours. We actually did one of those already. It just wasn't on the channel. Sorry. Like a lot of our giveaways that we were doing before just weren't official parts of the channel. So the Lego giveaway stuff for the channel now is kind of a new concept for us. And so yeah, our new series or set of ideas is when new waves come out, we'll just get an extra one of some of those sets, and then we'll do giveaways for like sort of more recent stuff. Right now we do have a couple of the older sets that are going to be for the giveaways now, but as the giveaways progress, or as you know the months go by, yeah, the giveaways will become more sort of recent builds, recent sets to come out. All right, this is just, I just need one of these. Okay, we're building up his ammo belt for sure. That is what is happening. Guaranteed. Okay, sorry about that. Okay. And Jack, are you going to make an alternate build for this one? Specifically for these brick-built figs? Sorry, the buildable figs. I wouldn't call them brick-built figs. That kind of feels like a slightly different thing. But I don't know if I'm going to be doing alternate builds for these guys. I have a feeling I'm going to be just keeping them pretty much what they're at. There's not a whole lot I can think of creatively that I could do with. There's some cool pieces that I've seen people use parts from the brick-built figs to do really awesome stuff. Like for example, this helmet piece for this guy. This would be a great like sort of bridge to the top of a starship or something, like a big cruiser ship, like that. Like there's definitely some cool things people can do with this stuff. But I don't think personally I'm going to be messing around with doing custom builds based on these characters. Do you think Lego's going to be making another Falcon for the Solo film? Yeah, totally. You know, they've got to be redesigning the Falcon. That's the thing. It's a new Solo film. The Falcon is going to probably look totally different. It might even be painted, which would be interesting. Because other Carillion freighters in universe have been painted ships, so it wouldn't be like too crazy to think that the Falcon would actually originally have paint. I mean, my whole guesstimation is that the Falcon, when Han gets it, or maybe when Lando has it and he does his own modifications to it, that when they become smugglers, they make it intentionally look worse than it is, and then they soup it up even faster than anything else. So the ship looks worse than any other one, but that's intentional to make it look sort of less conspicuous. They'd be like, oh, look at that thing. Looks like it's barely running. Obviously, those guys can't be smugglers. You know, like that's the idea. It's sort of disguised. I think that's the thing that they're going to kind of run with in this movie, be my guess. All right, so here comes his ammo belt. Stick it through this part right there. It just like sticks out straight. Hey, Jack, have you watched Ninjago? Nothing new. I haven't watched the new movie yet. No, I have not. All right, and then there's an open little piece here. Okay, there we go. I have not watched the new Ninjago movie yet. No, sir. I will. I just haven't gotten around to it. All right, and then we're building up the parts for his arms. Are these all the same? These are all the exact same pieces. Oh, no. It's the same idea with... There's more gray hair as he gets closer to Chewie's chest. So, let's see. There's one there. That's correct. Yeah. And then there's one here. All right. We're almost there, guys. I actually think we're basically getting done with his body, like, forever right now. And then... oh, whoa. How's that spot supposed to fit in like this? Am I putting this in the right area? How is that supposed to work? Let me just look back at this real quick. Oh, I see. Totally messed that up. I flipped the arm around the wrong way. Okay. JK. Oh, that makes sense. Alright, oops, his furry hand. Oh, interesting, yeah, and then the fur on the outside of his hands like almost covers up his hand entirely. Okay. That actually looks better. Sorry. What's your favorite Star Wars movie? Favorite Star Wars movie is Return of the Jedi. Jack, have you seen the TV show for Ninjago? I mean, I've seen tiny little clips of it, like little snippets, but no, I don't watch it, and I don't really know much about it. So, no, I don't know much about the Ninjago show. Whoa, okay. This part wants to be, yeah, you gotta really move that shoulder part sort of out of the way in order to get the head on. There we go. That looks pretty good, guys. Chewie actually looks pretty decent. He is huge. He's massive. Look at that. Look at the mold for his head. It's actually a little bit, I can't remember the name of the process, but the plastic has been sort of matted down. It doesn't have that shiny, like, look, see how that's like shiny, almost reflective, smooth, and this is a little bit matted down. When you touch it, it feels rubbery almost. It's not rubbery. I don't think it is. No, it's not bending or anything. No, it's not rubbery, but it almost has that quality to it. It's a really nice mold. Yeah, and it looks like Chewie, doesn't it? Pretty good. I like that this piece is kind of covering over his hands, and that he gets a little bit wider down by his feet. It's little details like that that really sort of add towards the body shape of Chewie. So this is pretty much done for him. I'm going to build his bowcaster, his legendary bowcaster. Didn't you think it was weird how like the bowcaster was like super powerful in Force Awakens? Like he shot so many guys in the other movies, and it was just like any other blaster rifle, and then for some reason it was just like really powerful in the Force Awakens. Like maybe he got it modified, I have no idea, but didn't really imply that. Hey Jack, I'm building the Temple of the Ultimate Weapon. I've lost a piece. Ah, help me. Sorry, Jamie, that stinks. Keep looking. My general rule for lost pieces are check the bags, see if a piece isn't still stuck in the bag that you tossed on the ground somewhere. And if it's not in the bag, then check, if it's a small piece, check underneath and inside the actual studs of larger pieces. Sometimes small pieces get stuck on the inside of those. And then look at what piece you're missing, and if you still don't have it, it's possible that you accidentally built it into the interior with like the wrong color, especially if you're messing around with light gray and dark gray. Sometimes you'll accidentally build the dark gray version of something into the build, and then you need that piece, and you only have the light gray version. You're like, why am I missing it? Sometimes you just built the wrong color into the set earlier. Those are my, like, I don't have an acronym for that, but that's my general rule of conduct whenever I'm missing something. And then, if you still can't find it, just panic. Just start rolling around on the ground, just screaming incoherently. That's a pretty good way to deal with it too, I think. Hold on. Did I was supposed to add something. Oh, I was supposed to add this. That is going to be the trigger. Jack, would you like to see the new guards, Snoke's guards, in minifig form? Yes, 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 Nightbot. I'm really surprised that we didn't get them, actually, because, yeah, it is a little bit weird that we didn't get these guys the first time around. They will appear. Guaranteed, next wave. There's no way they're not doing them. Yeah, so we'll get them. We'll get the Praetorian guards in minifig form. I guarantee it. Okay. Oh, here we go. There it is. We're building out the bowcaster. Nothing to it, guys. Here we go. Shrewd Umwe's bowcaster kind of weapon. That actually was a pretty good brick-built weapon as well. I might bring him out too to do a little comparison at the end. Bow. So many things are happening, guys. I'm doing the most massive bricklink orders today for 2 gigantic mocks. That's exactly what I'm doing right when I finish this live stream. I'm going to get onto bricklink and order just an insane amount of Lego. You have no idea. Oh, what? I'm supposed to build 2? Oh, of course I was supposed to build 2 of these. I should have... Come on. It's one edge of the bowcaster. I was supposed to build 2. That was a hiccup on my part, guys. My Lego Ninjago City fishing pole piece and the whole thing on video to prove it. Oh, you're missing a piece and you captured it on video. I mean, Lego is super good about giving you parts if you're missing stuff. That's it's a really good policy. It's actually really cool what the company does, because statistically speaking, they do not mess up as much as people say that they mess up, but their policy is just to be like, all right, if anybody just says they are missing a part, just give them the part. Like, just do it. Like, I think Mike was missing one piece one time when he was building here in the studio. Personally, out of like the 400 plus sets that I've built, I had one mismolded piece. That was it. Out of like 400 plus sets I've built, I've like pretty much 0 problems have ever come up. So, I mean, yeah, 9 times out of 10, if you're missing a part, it's because you either dropped it or it's still in the bag, or one of the reasons I was explaining earlier. Not like it doesn't happen, it's just way rare, like crazy rare. Okay, we're flipping this over, and we're just about to get the last couple of pieces. Because this is a spare, guys. When you build, it's kind of crazy that piece is a spare. Like, they would never give you anything that's like a 1x2 as a spare piece for anything, like a 1x2 modified or plate or brick or something. But this is a spare. It's considered small enough to be a spare. And this part, oh my gosh, Come on. There it is. There it is. That was taking forever. Oh my gosh. Is that it? Oh, I think that is it. Okay, cool. So it says, load your bowcaster. Don't shoot anybody in the eye with it, please and thank you. There it is. Chewie's bowcaster in his hands. In his hand. Okay, come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. I know I can fit that further into his hand. Oh, I just shot the shot out. Anyways. I know I can fit this further into his hand. You just have to really push it in. Really? Wait. Let me look at his hand, see if the mold works. Oh, no. They've actually closed off the mold, so I guess you can't stick it further in. Anyways, guys, I just finished Chewie. Chewie's done. The biggest and baddest of them all. So, he's a big fig. A big brick-built fig. I know that the next tallest guy, or at least on par with the tallest of the figs, is Darth Vader. So let me just bring Darth Vader out and do a size comparison, because I'm really curious to see if Chewie's actually the biggest, because he could be. He might just be the same size. Actually, now that I think about it, maybe K2SO is larger than Chewie, but he's also kind of a robot. I wouldn't count him quite. Chewie's taller. I don't know. Hold on. I can see this angle for you guys is not... Actually, wait. Let me switch back to this camera. Okay. Yeah. Look. Chewie's totally taller. This is them... I'm not, like, doing anything. They're right next to each other. Yep. Definitely taller. So... in terms, K2SO I think is bigger, but he's a robot. I'm not going to count him the same way. Same thing with Grievous. Grievous is bigger by far, bigger than anybody. But once again, Grievous, K2SO, they're mostly robot, or K2SO is a robot. He's definitely all droid. And then Grievous is like 90 whatever % robot. So in terms of an all organic, well, I don't know, he's kind of a robot too. Anyways, Chewie's the biggest. Chewie's the biggest fig as far as I count any of the characters. Let's move back down to, I think this is one. Dang it, it wasn't this one. I need to learn those keys better. So let's move on. I'm gonna do good, bad, good, bad. So Chewie's done. Let me move the spares out. Check K. Oh yeah, K2SO is larger. I'll bring. You know what? At the end of this, I'll bring them all out. I'm not gonna bring all of them out right now though. So I've got the spares moved out. Chewie's done. I'm gonna switch to this guy. I've been looking forward to building this guy. I think he might actually end up being my favorite for any of these characters, just because the head mold is so cool. The shoulder armor, that's a new mold, looks amazing. I think the parts from this character are gonna be the most I think they're going to be the favorite custom pieces for builders to play with after the fact. That's what I'm thinking. That's just a personal guess. There's nothing really behind that. This, by the way, okay, set number 75529, 92 pieces. It's the second smallest in parts for any of the characters for this wave. Let me look down at the logistics. He's priced cheaper, but he's not the cheapest. He is the Elite Praetorian Guard, priced at 20 pounds, $25, or 25 euros. So Chewie was 35. So this guy's $10 cheaper, but also like half the pieces, pretty much. So anyways, that's what he's got. 2 blades. You can either have them separated, so they're individual weapons like this, or together as the single double-bladed sort of curved staff piece. I don't know how logistical that weapon is, but it looks cool. Anyways, let's get this thing open. Jack, do you like Star Wars character? Oh, Millenium. That's the co-pilot of Lando, right? Please tell me I got that right. That's Lando's co-pilot in Return of the Jedi. I mean, yeah, they're kind of like, I kind of like those side characters that kind of have like, they're there, but they're not really there. Or like the guy who cries when the Rancor dies. Okay. Anyways, let's move that out. Way less parts. Just one bag, another bag, And this third bag is just the cape. Ooh, it looks like a nice, it's like furry kind of on one side and then soft cloth on the other. I'll open that in a minute. Let's get this thing started. Hope this doesn't take long. I have stuff to do. All right. Well, I'm going as fast as I can, sort of. Okay, these are out. Oh, nice. And the helmet comes in its own separate bag. So let me move this down. These are not too many small pieces. Are you looking forward to new Yoda's hut set? I saw leaked photos. Yeah, I saw the leaked photos too. Yes. Yes, I am. That was specifically a set that I was saying a while back, like, we need a new Yoda's hut set. So I'm really happy that that's happening. I think they're the one thing though, the leaked photos are kind of rough production shots, but in the rough production shots it doesn't show R2 that's dirty. R2 should be dirty. You should have a dirty print of him falling in the swamp. I didn't see that in the leaked photos. So this is, see, like, imagine like a big red like cruiser ship, like built at sort of MIDI scale. This would be a really cool sort of bridge to this ship, I think. I don't know. This would be a, there's definitely some cool pieces in here. And this armor piece, look, lobster tail or something. I don't know. We could, people are going to find really good ways to play around with these parts, and they're not heavily printed too. So I think that just leaves the options open even a little bit more for the average custom builder. All right, so here's the standardized body build. Let's get this thing going. Doesn't look like they're doing anything fancy. Chewbacca actually had sort of an interesting bit of building on the inside to make his shoulders a bit wider. This is not going to be happening. This is going to be pretty standard, I think. Let's see. Hello from Germany. When should Yoda's hut be released? It's probably getting released at the same time as... it's probably coming out with the new wave for Winter Wave, I think. I think they might not be until December, because they just had a huge Star Wars release for September. So, good chance that Yoda's hut is not coming out until the holiday season. So that might be like January 1st. They do have a few big release things for some themes for the holiday season as well. But then they also have a huge release in January. So it just depends. Chances are it won't officially come out to the Lego store until probably January, but you'd probably be able to get the new Star Wars sets at different retailers, either Toys R Us or Target or one of those places. This has got to be a ×2. I didn't even think about that. Is this yeah, it is a ×2. Gosh darn it. Okay. Move this forward. Is this the proper one? I think it is. That's short. That's longer. Okay. And what's the... Yeah. What's this one? Okay. Okie day. Jack, I'm back, bro. What up, Aiden? What up, peeps? Welcome to... Wow, the Lego Vlad. I wish I could speak 4 languages. Oh, yeah, you Europeans and your bilingual, trilingual, quadrilingual... I can't even say quadrilingual in my own language. How terrible is that? I'm so jealous of you guys. From Clem, hey Jack, I bought the Saturn V last Saturday after discovering your channel. You're doing a great job. Hello from France. Hello, Clem. Awesome. You know what? I just released one of the episodes on custom builders. You guys sending in stuff. That's an episode that came out today. And I feel like I should also, like, so many people were telling me where they were from. And I was just trying to get the episode, like, I want it to be as quick and as concise as possible because there's so many custom builds you guys send me to talk about. But I think would be kind of an interesting thing for you guys to know where the builders are sending from, because it's it's like France, Switzerland, from the Netherlands, from Brazil, from Portugal, from Mexico. Like, people were sending from all over the world, and I think that's a really cool aspect. Oh, interesting. This thing doesn't want to stay in there. What? This thing is, like, not even going to stay in. Let me just look at this very quickly. That looks like it should stay. Dude, what? Yeah, it totally should stay. Unless there's like a weird piece that I missed. No, man. That's weird. This part, the instructions say just to have this little single studded, you know, this part. Gosh, red really doesn't want to focus on this camera very well, but this part is supposed to fit right into this, but it's not actually staying. So when I pick this thing up to when I actually have it stand up, this part's just going to want to fall right out. It's just, I'm going to take it out for now because it's not staying. It's weird. Maybe, should it be fitting into this? Should there be tension in this one? No, there's no tension in the other pin. No mismolding happening. A little odd. A little odd, I would say. Okay, so we are good. Let's build up these legs. See, now, we used this shin piece, but on the back of Chewie's legs, because his legs were so darn big that the shin piece could just be used as like a calf. But this is the intended use. This was the original shape mold used for the armor. This is on all the different stormtroopers and I think the sand troopers and anybody who's got any kind of armor or whatever. That's pretty, you know, I think Jango Fett has it. It's the standard mold. Nice. They've got black pants. I didn't realize that. It's so well covered up by their by the armor, by the cloth, I mean, that I didn't know that they had black for their legs. I thought they were just red through and through. This might mean we'll get dual molded legs for the minifig, which would be cool. Probably not, though. Okay. I love this. So it's like all the Technic is just pure red here, which is really cool. Do you know what? Do I know what malparido means? I don't know. I don't know what that is. Sounds Spanish. Malparido. Isn't mal like bad? I don't know. This is a cool stream. Thanks for the advice. I'll look into my build zone again. Oh, yeah. I hope you find the part. I might buy this just for the pieces. Right, that's what I'm saying, Fire Racer. It's like, this I think is going to be probably, I think, you know, and it's red. I mean, cool, weird shaped custom red pieces that you can only get from this one set, I think is just going to be something that people aren't going to want to pass up. I mean, this isn't like a custom part. Not custom, but, or exclusive, I mean. This is a pretty standard piece, but looks good in red. Everything here looks pretty darn good in red. Now this, look at this. This is supposed to just be here, but it's just not. It's super strange. And then this is supposed to, ooh, I'm actually supposed to have added, I skipped a part. Supposed to have added this, and then I should have added another pin too. Okay, that was an old step. Hopefully I didn't skip anything else. All right, there's the back armor. Okay. Are they making a minifig for this guy? Yes, Lego Minds, they have to be. I mean, I don't have any special knowledge. It's not like somebody's told me officially. It's just an inevitability. Yeah, they've got to be making this guy. No doubt about it. Jack, great stream. May the force be with you. Thank Miles Peterson. Boom. Oh, and we have a follower from... We have a couple followers from Twitch from back. I didn't actually call them out. My bad. That's Andreexnator. has followed, as well as Avenger 138 has followed, and Dantapokeman has followed. Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was for Twitch. I don't normally call out the YouTube subscriber feed because most of the people that jump up on YouTube subscriptions are people that subbed from different videos, because there's people watching a bunch of other nearly 1,000 videos, by the way, we've made, that will including live streams, which I probably shouldn't include that as like our final count, but with our YouTube analytics there's no way to separate those two numbers, so for now there are YouTube live streams. But yeah, we're over 900 videos, and at least 7 videos come out a week for the channel. Sometimes a couple more, sometimes a couple less. No, well, sometimes a couple more, and sometimes just 7. Jack, can you do the Nightcrawler tunnel attack from Justice League, please? It's the Lego set. Yeah, we've already done it, Andrew. It's already up, man. Anything that's come out in like the last year from Marvel, DC, Star Wars, probably City and Creator, we've pretty much done all of those sets, and there's reviews out for like all of those things. So yeah, all you have to do is type in the Lego set and then our channel name, and you'll be able to find it. It should be pretty easy. But yeah, that's definitely a review already done. I think Mike did that review. I have a feeling. All right, I know he built it. Okay. Oh, this is cool. So this is a different kind of build also. Ooh, are we gonna have like a oh, nice. We're going to have an action function. That's what we just built in here. So we've got a really stable set of cross pieces. This is sort of like a little trigger kind of that you can pinch with your fingers, and then you should be able to swing the arms a little bit. I mean, you can see the mobility. Not that much. Oh, Ralar Svin has followed on Twitch. That was really cool. Mike didn't tell me he was making that little BrickVault animation. I think he PNG'd it from an actual rotation of the BrickVault B that we built here in the studio, which is kind of cool. Welcome. Thank you for following. Is this the first figure you've built today? No, Tyler. I have also built... Whoa, the box was covering him, but I've also built Chewbacca. Chewbacca, the biggest guy from this wave, at least. So yeah, this is the second one. So I'm building 2 more after this. I feel like I should save the other 2 for tomorrow's stream, just because I don't have anything planned for tomorrow's stream. But maybe I'll figure it out. You know what I did get? I went to Home Depot and I finally got a baseboard that's going to allow me to add the computer box case to the rolling dolly that all of our streaming equipment is attached to. Long story short, I will be able to long story short, I will be able to move the streaming rig into the city hopefully without too much trouble. So that could end up being a live stream for this week. I'll have to test it out a bit before. I don't know if I'm going to have time to test it today. I hope I do. Maybe if Mike gets in here later, he can test that out, which could be pretty sweet. Live streaming from the city. Why is the CCBS construction called BrickVault now? There's 2, well, BrickVault and Buildable figs. I think they mean slightly different things. I think. Oh, interesting. This kind of comes down and it does that limit? Yeah, somewhat limits the mobility. Oh no, not really. Mobility is about the same. Thought this part was sort of blocking it off. BrickVault is, I think, usually refers to just kind of any form of figure that's being built with, system bricks. I think, you can put Technic in there, but the buildable figures, it's like a term that they use specifically like just for these types of sets. It is slightly different terminology for it. Okay, what is this attaching itself to? Yeah, this... Ooh. Now let me look at this. This is off by a stud, and I'm not sure how or why. I'm going to look back. Oh, wait a second. Is this... I'm going way back to the early origins. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Guys, I figured out a dumb thing that I did. Okay. So this part is actually not onto the chest. Eh. Okay, that was one piece off the whole time. Interesting. Oh, and I know why that piece wasn't fitting. Okay, we did it, guys. We did it. And this piece is going to come back into here. There it is. All right. Messed that up. And now I know why that piece wasn't sticking on, huh? It's all explained. Jack, did you see the Lego Ninjago movie? Not yet. We have not seen the Lego Ninjago movie yet. I don't think Mike has seen it. I haven't seen it. We saw it. It was decent. It had some decent jump scares. I think seeing a movie in the like a scary movie in a packed theater though is like, it's almost like cheating, because it's hard to get like really like creeped out. Anybody that's been really scared by a movie, it's usually because you saw it either by yourself or with like one other person, and you're in your house by yourself and there's no one around and it was at night. Like that's the way to actually scare yourself for a movie. Ooh, here we go. I get to pull this out. But when you go to a theater and it's full of people and you're sitting next to this dude like, don't go in the room, oh no, you know, like yelling, you know, and it's like, all right. It's fun, and there's definitely parts where you go, whoa, and you jump, but like it wouldn't have the same effect if you were just by yourself or just with one other person or something, and it's quiet and it's night and all that. Okay. So anyways, it was good though. I liked it. I enjoyed myself. Cool. We are attaching the cloth piece. Also, this cloth piece is going to be an amazing part to use for sales, probably for custom builds, or who knows. There's going to be a bunch of stuff. I left the furry part on the outside. I hope that was the correct side. There's kind of a more... One's like a little bit fuzzy and the other one is not fuzzy. It doesn't say. I don't know if it probably does matter. Where's the box? Is the box print sharp enough to tell me? Oh, this looks like the furry side is on the outside. Wait. Actually, it kind of looks like both. No, it's the furry side. They left the furry side on the out. Okay, I did the right one. Okay. Let's see. Now. Okay, we're building the arms up. These are pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Can't wait for chapter 2. Hello, everybody. Lucas Exemplar has followed on Twitch. Welcome, thank you. And Ralar Svin has also, maybe I said your name already. Maybe I didn't. Well, welcome. Welcome, welcome. We are just coming out to kind of the halfway. No, this is going to be over halfway once I finish this because Chewbacca was so much bigger as a figure to build. So we're over halfway. Ooh, sweet! I think we're already building the. Weapon. I don't remember the name of this weapon. It's probably somewhere in like the Lego shop description. The name of this type of weapon that these guys have. But I don't know it. I don't know it, man. Nightbot has more subscribers than BrickVault. Hey, super late to the party. I know. What up, Mulberry Beacon? Yeah, well, we did start, you know, we started at 10 or just after. So I know that's not sort of the general time scale a lot of the regulars are still used to. A lot of the regulars were still jumping on at closer to 11. But I think it's actually, you know what I've noticed too is the chat grows a little bit once we pass, like once we hit the 11 mark, then a few more people start to jump in, at least from the YouTube spectrum. I can see from the amount of people watching. So this is kind of cool. So yeah, there is that sort of aspect to it. Ooh, this is cool. You can just, he's just holding the bar out, standing there at attention. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can stand him here. Oh, nice. This is the new piece. So this is a closer look at it, and it actually fits in with these two holes that would fit. You could either get a Technic pin to fit onto them. That's sort of the size, so they would fit into a Technic pin hole like that. Or, in this case, you've got this thing. It's actually printed. Ooh, I didn't even realize that. That's printed. Come on, buddy. Come on, focus. It's, yeah, there we go. So that's printed. That's cool. I'm not supposed to use the printed parts though. I'm supposed to use these longer ones. And you fit it in just like that. Oh, nice, and it matches up really well. All right, this one, and then fits in. Nice. Okay, so we've got these two parts. And these are going to be the shoulders. Yes, yes, they will. And then this part with the print. Whoa! Just a Kid That Rants. Hello. Welcome back, sir. We got a super chat from you. The weapon is called a staff. It's just called a staff. Also, hey. That's your thing. Just a Kid That Rants. You always come. I'll have a question and be like, I'm not really sure what this is supposed to be about. And then you come in. You got the answers coming in, and you're fast too. So you jumped on to the to like either the Star Wars description or something, and you found the name of this weapon. They're just called staffs. Perfect. All right. Thank you, sir. As usual, Jack. Awesome stream. Thank you, Maddie Moo. Maddie Moo Plunu. Okay. I'm a sucker for silly usernames, so good job, Maddie Moo Plunu. Yeah. Oh, nice. This, by the way, also, once again, totally new mold for this character, or for just this set. You can fit your, it's just a standard lightsaber blade, but it's a bit smaller, of course, in this context. And there we go. Yeah, you can, I didn't have it pushed all the way in, but nice. Let's build another one of those. Dude, this is awesome. I like these parts a lot. There's so many cool parts in this set. Very nice. All right, so the way they want this to work is one facing down and then one facing up the opposite direction, like this. All right, is that it? Dude, I think that's That's it. All I have to do is add the head, I think. Oh, nice. I didn't realize we were just there. Dun-dun. All right. Yep, that's it. Wow. That finish sort of snuck up on us pretty quick, I think. All right, so let's take a look at this guy. I'm going to zoom the camera out just a little bit. Okay, so here he is. Now, what I didn't realize is that the armor here is black. The cloth covering is so good, even on the box, that you don't really know. Or at least, I think if you probably look, yeah, if you look at it close enough, you can see. But I hadn't, I just broke his arm off. I hadn't looked at it close enough to really know. Now, let's see. He's got, let's see if I can pose his arms properly. There isn't a lot of bendiness to his arms because of just the pieces that they used. So he's slightly less posable, I feel like. But so that's it. That's just the action function. Personally, I think they should have had a higher range of motion. This would be the easiest thing, by the way. If you did want to switch this out, if you don't like this little tag sticking out for the play function, you can switch it out with just a single one of these 1x3 Technic pieces. And it'll just be totally flat and it'll look just fine. So if you're not a fan of the play function, which granted doesn't look, I will admit it doesn't honestly look that cool, you can switch that out pretty quick. So there's one guy. Let me just mess around with his arms. His posability for his arms is surprising. Oh, there we go. There's just a joint you have to be able to make sure to pose around. But nice. Okay. He's yeah, the posability. Rah, it's fine. I mean, I probably won't switch out. His play functions for the arms. Personally, I think he looks cooler holding it as a single staff, but that's just, yeah, I think that's just my own personal thing. I think he looks better as holding it as a connected staff. And you have to make sure to put it together in the proper form. But decent enough. Now, the exclusive parts for this guy are a lot. Especially if you're counting just like the reprinted versions. Like this has a special print here. That is exclusive just to this character. This part here is exclusive. I think the under armor piece that is attached underneath, I think that did come in red for Baze Malbus. But yeah, so new piece, new piece, new piece. Also the chest print, totally new. He's got a little bit of mechanical detailing, and then new here for the cloth piece, and then totally new for this blade here that actually has the ability to just stick in a lightsaber blade piece. So pretty much anything distinctive on this guy that makes him unique to this particular character, that's all new, which is kind of crazy. They usually don't go all out, so to speak, in one thing. But look at this helmet. I mean, all the molds for the heads are always good, but look at that. Really strange, right? It's kind of cool. I mean, yeah. So you can see some more sort of detailing in the back, pretty similar to how detailing for maybe you know, a trooper helmet would look for snow trooper, scout trooper, stormtrooper, whatever. Looks cool though. So this is obviously you know, borrowing from the Royal Guards, which were all red, which would also be a cool buildable fig to get. But yeah, these guys are cool. I think they're going to be awesome in the movie. I hope they are. Yeah, I think this is going to be the most popular set for custom building. So anyways, that is the number 2 build. So we've done, for those that have jumped in a little bit later, this was Chewbacca. We built him first. He's the biggest. He's the most expensive, $35 US. This is $25. This is and under 100 pieces, but granted, these are very specific, very different kinds of pieces. Same thing with Chewbacca. All those prints, Chewbacca's head. So much of this build is just new parts that don't exist anywhere else other than this set. So that's the case for both of these guys. Now, I said we're going to go good, bad, good, bad. So we have Ray next. So let's do Ray. Boom. Here's Ray. Now, Ray is the smallest, not the cheapest of the figs, though. So she's smallest in, I think, both stature and part count. So she's shorter, I think, than the rest of these figures. I think, personally, I think they got the build for her pistol. Like, they got that down just right. She is set number 75528, 85 pieces, recommended for ages 8 to 14, and according to BrickVault, Ray sells for 20 pounds, $25, or 25 euros. So she's the exact same price as the Praetorian Guard, the guy that we just built. So the Praetorian Guard, I think, was like 92 pieces or something. Slightly more pieces. But of course, there are lots of custom prints and stuff for her. Not quite as many custom molds, but yeah. So they're, it follows the same trend as just about all the brick built figs, or buildable figures, I should say, which is like mostly custom pieces that really make up the character. All right, hey Jack, Luke or Anakin? Luke. See how fast that took me to answer. Okay. And boom. Come on. There it is. Whoa. You know what? I think this is a spare. That's great. This is a larger lightsaber piece with it fits into a Technic cross piece. It's bendable. What? That's nice. I didn't know we were gonna get a spare. These parts came out for Luke and they came out for Grievous, so it's not a new piece. But I like that we get a spare. We probably got them in the other ones as spares. I just totally didn't remember. I'm guessing. All right. Hey Jack, hello Quick Bricks. Boom, 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 boom. So this should be, theoretically, this should be the fastest build because it's the least amount of parts. Now, I'm never really a big fan of the faces, the molds for the heads. They, in general, oh gosh, that's so overexposed when I get close like that. But in general, I just don't think they look that good. They just feel weird. I think the molds are fine. I think the art style is fine for what they chose for the characters. It just doesn't feel right. It just feels a little bit weird. So, anyways, that's Ray. I think Ray looks better than Luke, though. I'll say that. I'll bring Luke out, and I'll bring all the other guys out, and we can do a comparison. But, yeah, I would say right off the bat, I do think Ray's head mold is slightly better than Luke's head mold, but it's really not saying a lot. I'm going to zoom this in a little bit. Boom. You can maybe see it a little bit better without it. Yeah, you can see her. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. Let's move this over. Boom. Get the manual open, and let's start. So they all start off the same way, the standardized. I think that's what makes these guys specifically buildable figures, is they've got this sort of standard body mold that the entire skeleton is based on. You guys know Morse code? You guys talking about Morse code? Jack, do you keep every box of the sets you buy with Mike in the vault, or do you throw the boxes in a bin? Clem, we hold on to some. We hold on to the boxes for sets that we think are really cool. And when we do hold on to the boxes, often we will flatten them out. So we'll cut all the tabs on all the corners and we'll flatten them because, I mean, space and storage is a very important thing that we need to keep track of here in the studio. But when it's smaller sets, often smaller city sets, smaller creator sets, those ones we will throw the boxes out for some of them, yeah. We will. I'd say we hold on to maybe, probably not even a quarter, maybe a little bit, maybe 20% of the boxes we'll hold on to, and we'll flatten them out. Almost exclusively, just flatten all those out. I know some people love saving every single box, and I used to be like that until I started doing all these videos for the studio. And then it just turned into a thing where I was like, we can't hold on to all of them. There's just no way. No way we can. Hello, Balaz. One of the helmets are the one with the helmets are the best to me. Yeah. I agree. Yeah, because the mold style for just these parts, I think it lends themselves to look better with Stormtrooper helmets or Scout Trooper, Clone Trooper, and the Trooper helmets and the Praetorian Guard, not Royal Guard, the guy we just built. Yeah, it looks good. These molds look good for the helmets. There we go. It's an interesting part to use for the body. All right, and we have a similar little part here with that little inverted piece that I had for the other Praetorian Guard. Let's get this piece in. Yeah, very quick. This is a much quicker build. I don't know if you guys can tell. All right, and move this over. Okay, cool. You guys see the leaked pictures of the Ninjago Sons of Garmadon sets? If not, look it up on YouTube. I saw the leaked pictures some of them a while ago. I don't know if I saw all of them. Some of them look good. They kind of just remind me of, standard Ninjago line sets, which are fine. They're nothing. They're either hit or miss for me usually when it comes to Ninjago stuff. Either they're all right or they're not that good. Ninjago, the actual line from the show, like the sets from the show, are either for me pretty decent, or sometimes they're actually quite bad. It really just depends. Just depends on the wave release. It just depends on the season. But yeah, sometimes I'm not a big fan. I can't remember being too impressed or too disappointed when I saw the leaked pictures, though. I saw them a while back. The initial leaks for those pictures came out I want to say a month ago. But maybe people are making videos on them now. Let's see. How many are left? This is the third one. So if you are jumping into this stream relatively recently, there we go. Oh, that's nice. That actually fits really, really well. If you're jumping into the stream kind of recently, this is the third build that we've done today. And this is Rey. So Rey is the smallest. We've done Chewbacca. We've built the Praetorian Guard. And then the last is going to be the Elite TIE Fighter. So, yeah, we're getting through it. Getting through it actually pretty quick. And Rey is going to have a slashing function. And I think I'm going to like this slashing function more than the Praetorian Guard. I don't think the play function on his was honestly that good, but it's just me. Or maybe it's not just me. Maybe you guys agree, but we will see. Just Chewie and the Praetorian Guard. Chewie and the Praetorian Guard were built. If you want to see which was built before, let me just grab them for 1 sec. Boom, boom, boom. Chewie and the Guard. Those two were finished. Now we are working on Rey. So hopefully Rey's good. I know we've gotten a play function a similar play function that I just built into her. This is the this is going to be the trigger that actuates just one of the arms. So just one arm is going to slash, but it's going to have full 360 rotating ability, which is better than very little mobility, even though you're not going to feasibly use all 360 degrees. Maybe you will. How long did Chewbacca take to build? A little bit longer than the rest. He's 170-something pieces, which is about 70-something pieces more than any of the other guys. So almost double the parts for Chewbacca, and he had a much more intricate shoulder build. Really cool connections, actually. I think that was really good connection points, but yeah, he still didn't take that long. We're only an hour and a half in, working on the third one, so he probably took a little over half an hour to build. Because I do stop and I talk about the sets too. It's not just build time that we're looking at necessarily. Whoa. Oops, I attached the wrong pieces for her legs. This is going to be for her arms. So let's pull these ones out. My bad. These ones are going in. You are in episode 1 and 2. Hey Jack, have you sent pictures for the new Lego Batman movie? Have I sent them? I've seen them. Dude, yeah, we've made that's the most recent episode. It came out 4 hours ago on our channel. We dropped it the moment the image embargo was lifted. So, yeah, we got the pictures yesterday from Lego, from the Ambassador Network, and they yeah, they looks cool, man. It looks really good. I would be very happy to get a set like that early. What do we think about the movie from Mulberry Beacon? Or, sorry, what do we think about the new Lego Batman movie set, the Joker Mansion? I think it'll be cool. I mean, for the channel here, we didn't have the Joker, I didn't have the Joker Land set, which I think I heard some people saying kind of like, it's, if you got the Joker Land set, then I don't know why you'd want this one, sort of thing. We never got the Joker Land set. So that's cool. And then people are also already saying stuff like, let's get 2 of the mansions and let's build, you know, a closed off section for Bruce Wayne's manor, which would be cool. That's something that would be awesome, to have actual Bruce Wayne's manor built into Lego form. I mean, you know, the smaller version, obviously, but oop, there go the legs. All right. So Ray's legs are built up this way. Pretty easy. Up. Up. Okay. GTG Jack, what happened to your thumb? Oh, I was opening up a bottle that was super tight. It was like crazy. It was just there was you know how bottle cap lids get really stuck on there, and I was pulling it so hard that I actually ripped my thumb. Like I got a nice blister there. So yeah, and I still didn't get it open. You know how the lids will sometimes have like serrated edges? It just ripped my hand right open. I was like, how did something like that happen? This is an interesting piece, by the way. This is a specially made part. There's a built-in kind of tear. It's basically just an opening, though, a cloth opening. And then 2 pieces out here. I wonder what kind of creative things people are going to use with this specific mold. I think it'll be cool, though. So here we go. It's going to wrap around just like the other one. This one's looser though. It's intentionally a little bit looser. The Praetorian Guard had like some really tight fit for the cloth, whereas Ray's piece is definitely a little bit looser. Okay, and let's put the part on for her. Okay. I think this is a new part. I don't know if this is the first female brick built figure, so the mold is actually a little bit different. It's got It's just like a little bit slimmed down. Yeah, you can see. Interesting. So that's a new mold shape entirely, and it's got the printing for her robes. I think it's fine. Honestly, it's kind of weird that there's this sort of black cutoff, and it makes it look like this like overly exaggerated negative space kind of. It's not consistent through and through, which makes it feel a little bit funny. So, not really a big fan of that overall effect. And that's part of it is just like I'm just not a fan of the brick-built figs when they're trying to look like actual people. And the same thing goes here. So this is like her forearm. Or no, her forearm is going to be in black. And then sort of the upper part, the humerus part of her arm is going to be flesh tone. So it's like she's got sort of the wraps around her forearms and wrists. But then her shoulders are open. So I just don't think it looks that good. But you can also be the judge. Maybe you guys do think it looks good. Hi, BrickVault. Hi, Jack. How are you doing today? Very good, Metalizer. Very good. We are building out all the brick-built figs. I'm going to have a video on specifically these 4 characters, and then also do all the brick-built fig video too. So you guys will be able to see that stuff as well. And oh, nice. So she's got sort of the gray and brown. I kind of like the alternating, the different colors. And she's pretty much done here. Just got to get... See, look, this is so weird. Like, so this is the wraps around her shoulders, and then it becomes flesh printed because it's going to match up here at the bottom. So it's going to look like that. And then, I don't know. It's fine. I think it's fine. I don't know. I just don't think the detailing is that great. Boom. Okay, so Rey's body is done. This sort of kind of cloth stuff around her. It's a little it's loose intentionally, but it also kind of feels a little bit funny. You can like mess around with it a little bit. But yeah, there she is. Rey. Boom. Rey is done. I'm gonna put her down because her lightsaber and pistol are not. And personally, I think the pistol is the coolest part. Let's get this open. Super simple build, but very cool. One piece in. There we go. Hi, Jack. You're awesome. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Jack O'Grady. Do you want Lego Snoke buildable figure? Sure. Why not? Yeah, why not? I mean, that wouldn't come out until probably the next movie, which means 2019, or a little bit before that when the sets start coming out. But I feel like that could be an inevitability. Yeah, getting Snoke as a brick-built fig, that would be cool. I love the shape of... Rey's gun is actually a really good-looking shape. Now, they never build out the rest of the handle because that's not the way it would work for a brick-built fig because it molds into here. But this looks really good in the actual hand of the figure. I don't know how familiar you guys are with the shape of Rey's pistol, but they did a good job here. Oh, come on, focus. I like that they kept the thinner versions of these Technic pieces, so there's some lines. There's actually lines that wrap around the bottom of the gun as well here. So they did a good job adding in the subtle little details for the nice smooth little gun piece. That was a good call. And then for her other hand, actually it's asking me to put the gun in her other hand, which maybe makes sense. Put it in her left hand because I think Rey is right-handed. So one here, we've got, you just stick the bottom of the handle in her hand. And then the next one, here we go. That's it. That's going to be it. Come on, buddy. Dun, dun, dun. Boing. Okay, cool. She's done. Zoom that out. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, the new Darth Vader and Darth Maul. I think they should not have redone Darth Vader as a buildable fig. Just for the added taking off the helmet function, I think that was a bad idea on their part. Cool. So the cloth part looks a little funny. I don't know. It looks fine. I think she looks fine. Generally speaking, the character does not lend itself to look as good in buildable figure form. The cloth piece kind of overlaps in funny ways, and it looks a little bit awkward. Also, the print here, not quite as consistent. It's weird. It's just weird that it cuts off black here. It doesn't make any sense. This part's sort of fine. It feels a little bulky, but I mean, I don't know. They don't have any other alternate pieces to change that. So I'd say kind of passable, but like not by that much. This is by far my least favorite from this wave. But I will say that her head mold looks better than Luke Skywalker's head mold. Let me bring Luke Skywalker out because he's also one of my least favorite BrickVault figs. All right, so here's Luke, same size as Rey. I'd say, see, because he feels a little bit weird too, his body shape and stuff. But, oh gosh, let me zoom the camera in to show you the head molds. There's just something about these guys' molds that I think look a little bit funny. Rey's mold is better than Luke's, isn't it? I don't know. I think it is. But yeah. Their bodies just don't, because it's supposed to be them wearing clothes. And when there's guys wearing armor, like stormtroopers and royal guards and stuff, the brick built effect looks much better. But I don't know. These two feel a little awkward. So, anyways, let me get the last one built though. Last one, you guys know what it is. Hey Jack, all of the sets you built. What was your favorite set to build out of all this? You mean right now? Of all the sets built ever, not just like the ones today? Oh, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I've got no idea. You know, actually, I did like building the Ferris wheel. I thought that was actually a pretty good set to build. Boom. Let's do this. This is the Elite, not just the regular TIE Fighter. This is the Elite TIE Fighter pilot. The red streaks along his pilot helmet should be the indicator for that. We did just get this guy as a minifig. Pretty good looking, cool guy though. I think this is going to be good. I really like the print here on his shoulder, and yeah. This is, see, the body here is actually quite similar to Luke Skywalker. The molds and stuff. In fact, the legs are almost, I'm actually gonna, like, if you look at that, it's really similar. Not quite the same. Well, the bottom parts are the exact same, and then the thighs are built a little different. The piece for the body, for the armor, is the same, just different print for Luke. So that's what I'm saying. Like, this looks like it's the armor it's supposed to look like, whereas Luke almost looks exactly the same, but it's not. So anyways, that's why these characters always look better. When they're in their armor garb. Just got back from Toys R Us and Debenhams. I don't know Debenhams. Never heard of Debenhams. Hello from Cyprus. What? You are officially the first person to have said they're from Cyprus to me. We've most likely had viewers from Cyprus, probably before in the past, but you are the first person to say hello from Cyprus, so hello. BrickVault Jack, do you like the action feature to move the arm, or not really? You prefer just absent? You know what? I didn't even mess around with that. I'm super dumb. Right, she's got an act. You know what? I'd say, yeah, go for the action feature. Because the thing is, these are actually pretty easy to cover up if you don't like it. They're really easy to get rid of if you're not a big fan. You'd have to, you know, open it up a little bit and play around, but not hard to get rid of the action feature if you're not a fan. So I say absolutely, this is fine. This is actually, and It's simple. It's easy. I like the fact that it's got a good grip. I think this is fine. This is good. Rrr. Yeah, and she can really swing it. This is way better than the Praetorian Guard that has such limited mobility. So that is one thing. The Praetorian Guard, also really easy to change his action feature, but that's it. That is it. Dude, yeah. So, anyways, that's my 2 cents. Thank you for asking me about that. I totally skipped the action feature. Hello! Boom. All right. And anyways, this, oh yeah, and I would say this is kind of a cool thing to point out about this particular guy. I mean, we go through the main sort of logistical stuff for each of these guys. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Okay. The Elite TIE Fighter Pilot, number 75526, he sells for 20 pounds or $20 or 20 euros. So he's actually the same price as the Praetorian Guard in the UK, but cheaper in the US by $5 compared to any of the other ones. So this guy's actually, he's a couple more pieces than Ray. Ray was 85. Praetorian Guard, I think was like 92. He was 92, yeah. So, but he's cheaper in the States by $5. Odd that he's not cheaper in the UK. I don't know why. But you know what? You know why he is cheaper though is because most of the pieces you see here are probably the most common of the parts that you get for Star Wars buildable figures. Darth Vader has this. Luke Skywalker has this. I can't. There's another guy that has this. I think. Oh yeah, Jyn Erso has this. So they've made these parts so much. They're so plentiful that they're much. You know, I mean, that's part of it is how common a piece is. They're cheaper to produce. So that I think is the reason why. So this is the cheapest one. He's technically only Chewbacca is bigger than him. Chewbacca is bigger than him by a lot, but he's bigger than he's over. You know, he's bigger than most of them, but he's actually the cheapest. So that is something to consider if you are looking into this, because he does have some decent parts. Not nearly as many cool, interesting, unique pieces as the Praetorian Guard. So that's something to consider. But anyways, yeah. That is what's going on. I do find it a little strange that he doesn't have any printing on his chest, though. I know there's some pieces built around his chest to give him some more mechanical and sort of button and light details and stuff, but I do think it is strange that he wasn't given any printing on the chest. Almost all characters have a special print for the chest. Anyways, that's just me pointing it out. And his body piece is a little larger. You notice that? It's a little bit bigger than the other ones. All the other ones were smaller than this. So, all the other ones from this wave, not ever. Praetorian Guard is very, very cool. I agree with you, Luke. Where is all the Star Wars fans? All right, they're all here, man. Ooh, I just burped. Okay. This should be pretty quick, I hope. I don't know, how fast am I building these? We're 2 hours in. I've been doing a lot of talking, though, and comparing. So you can't say that it just takes, like, 40 minutes to build each thing. I've been doing a bit more talking each way through. Oh, here we go. Interesting. There's a bit of unique building on the inside here, too. Hi, BrickVault. What do you think you would be doing if Lego didn't exist? I would be a professional. I don't know. What would I be? I'd be working. I don't know. I'd be working on motorcycles or something. I have no idea. No idea. I mean, I was teaching. I was teaching before I was doing this. Here we go. Let's move this down. Why am I missing all, like every... I never had a problem with missing parts throughout any of these buildable things. But now, oh my gosh, it was seriously right next to me. That's crazy. Star Wars! BrickVault. What is that Nightbot keeps saying stuff? Invalid commercial length specified? Alright, anyways. Sorry, I was getting distracted by stuff in the chat. My bad. Alright, let's get the feet built up. So this is almost... This could be the exact same build for how we do Luke Skywalker, Darth Vader, and like so many of the other characters. This might be the exact same. Yeah, I think it is probably. Do you sell your figures and builds or keep them? We keep them. We definitely keep. We keep just about anything we build in the studio. We keep pretty much, but the main difference is whether or not we keep them built or we part them down for custom building. But yeah, they pretty much all stay. On occasion, we'll move some sets out, but not very often. And actually, not even in a really long time. I can't remember the last time we've done that. All right. If Lego never existed, we wouldn't know about it, though. True. Let's see. Nice. We're done. Legs are easy. Hey, do you like The Simpsons? Yes, we like The Simpsons. We just did our Simpsons collection video not that long ago for getting all the figs. But, I mean, just generally following the show, I have to say I haven't watched a lot of... Oops, what am I doing? I haven't watched a lot of the new stuff, or pretty much any of the new stuff. I remember watching it back in its early days, some of the earlier seasons, and being really, really into the show, but recently I haven't watched any of the new stuff. How much do you earn yearly? Not as much as you think, and that's all I'll say on that. Remember, we do rent a studio, and we buy all of our Lego. On occasion, we'll get a free set or a free sort of product to review, but not as often as you think, or that doesn't make as big of an impact as you think. You know, studio rental alone is a lot. It's more than I would pay on my normal rent for where I'm living. Let's see, just subscribed this morning. Oh, we did get a couple of people jumping on to Twitch. Let's see. Let me just see if I can. All right. Make sure that I get the proper shoulder piece in the proper place. Got a couple of people jumping on Twitch about half an hour ago. Crazy Dan 082297 has followed and hosted us as a viewer. Thank you, Dan. Crazy Dan, my mistake. And Frussia Gaming has also followed. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Frussia Gaming. Okay. And then this. Oh yeah, this is the smaller back piece. A little different. And then you flip it around, and then you've got the larger chest piece. So, pretty solid build here. This is really, really similar to how we put together a Stormtrooper. Jack, opinion on Scooby-Doo Lego sets? I liked them. We didn't get all of them. We got about, I want to say, half of them. But yeah, I thought they were good. I thought they were quite good. All right. Oh nice. Kind of like this. We're building out. What is this? This is kind of cool. Because I get to do this little. Sorry if you couldn't see that. We're building out sort of a little chain, but it's got the ability to sort of flex around a little bit. So let's do that again. Jack, what Lego sets do you have to live stream? At the moment, not a whole lot. We're running on fumes. I think tomorrow I'm going to play around with doing a live stream. I'm going to try to do a live stream from the city and do some city modifications with this rig set up in the actual city part of our studio. Because I just got the ability to move this thing around. I have no idea if it's going to work. I don't know how well you guys are going to see the city modifications, because I'm thinking about it logistically, and even if we do get the thing in there, it's going to be a lot of far away talking, and you're not going to be able to get a lot of good close-up shots, because I'm not going to be able to move the rig around while it's live. I can move it and then set it up, but like I can't do it while it's live. So it'll be interesting. I hope it works. Here we go. So we just built them up here. I don't know what this is for. It's kind of cool though. I kind of like this sort of brick built aspect to it. All right. Can you please send me greetings to Switzerland? My name is Maxim. Hello, greetings. I really like the brick tape. Oh yeah, you like the brick tape? Yeah, we were really, really surprised when it came in. Well, just on how much we got, but it was actually a lot of fun. And once we started playing around with it, at least, I was just like, wow, we could do this with it, we could do that with it. Yeah, no, we're pleasantly surprised. I don't know if we're going to be integrating it into the actual construction of. We're not going to be integrating it into custom builds necessarily. I don't think we're going to drop the whole Lego purist thing, but it's really helpful for doing display stuff. It's helpful for kind of just doing fun, interesting decoration and stuff. Just like, I think adding it to the border of our YouTube play button for 100,000 subscriber play button, like that was cool. That was a lot of fun. That's cool. I can kind of see why they sort of skipped out on doing the detail work for the printing for the chest, because you kind of cover it up a bit with this, and it looks pretty good. Let's build the arms up. All right. Jack, will you do a review on the Joker Manor? Yes, George, I think we will. It doesn't come out till November 24th. There's a good chance it'll be one of the direct-to-consumer sets for either October or November. There's a decent chance that's going to be the case, but we just don't know yet. But yeah, we will do a review. And it will be amazing. I think it would be cool to get 2 of them. And do like a fully fleshed out Wayne Manor, or yeah, the Bruce Wayne Manor. That would be cool. Nice. Now we're building up the armor. This has got the nice print on it. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. Cool. All right, so we've built up pretty much the whole body. Nice. Yeah, this is one of the cooler parts of the whole build, because these molds are some of the coolest molds that Lego makes for any of their sets. I think they're just some of the highest quality molds. This one's really simple. This is like super minimal printing, but there's quite a lot of detail on. If you check out the Stormtrooper stuff. This is a rubber piece that fits in. Really cool mold. I like this one a lot. And sorry about my thumb having a sort of a blister. Okay. Let's see. There it is. So the head's in, and the breathing apparatus fits into this little box here. Very cool. All right. Build the blaster, and then we're done with all of them. Forever! Can you do Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter review? We've done that already. I think we've both done the set and the Ultimate Collector Series one, if I'm not mistaken. I think, yeah, I think we have both of those up there. So if you just type in this set name and BrickVault, yeah, there's a good chance that it's up there. And that's a pretty good chance, too. I know this will never not happen because the internet is the internet. But for those that are listening, if you want us to do a set review from something in the last year or two, you can, before asking us, you can check it out on YouTube itself first. I think that's a good standard practice. I know there's always going to be people that will ask and not check first, but can't hurt to ask. Can't hurt for us to ask you to check before asking, right? That makes sense. What time is it? It's 8:10 p.m. in England. It is 12. Well, it's now 12:12 p.m. So it's noon basically right now in San Diego, California, or as the locals call it, the Sandy D. Can you do the Lego Batman movie sets? We're gonna do all the new ones. Yeah, we've done all of the ones that are out now, and we will do all of the new ones. I thought the Lego Batman movie sets were really good. And then the Lego Ninjago movie sets came out, and I was like, wow, these ones are really good. I think the Ninjago movie sets are better. But then again, I kind of think they're better than all of them. That's my general consensus. Nice. We're just finishing off the blaster rifle right now. So we're almost done, by the way, with the last of the builds. I think there's only 1 or 2 or 3 steps left. Okay. Let's build this. A red clip. Oops. The clip actually goes another way. Intruder! Intruder alert!
Brick holder. How is the stream?
How is the stream? I don't know. That's the stream.
How are you guys?
Mike's in a wild Mike of Peace. I think that's the right one. Yeah!
Hey.
That's the one.
What you doing?
What does it look like, man?
Buildable bags.
Yeah. I think that'll be the collection
this
video
one,
for
guys.
Thursday.
I know, this one was the best.
Yeah, dude, he's there.
Oh, he's awesome.
Yeah, this is, I'm literally
Ooh, the
right at the
fancy
very
clothes.
end.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is like the last step right here. Dude, that's it. Yeah, I just finished. So.
Okay, switch it back. See ya.
All right, let me switch it. Boom. We're back, guys. Boom. And you came back just in time for me to say, Dunzo McFunzo. All right. So here it is. This is the last of the guys. This is the elite TIE Fighter pilot buildable figure. Not the TIE Fighter pilot, but the elite guy. Because you can see his helmet. He's got the red streaks.
Oh, this thing zooms that close?
Yeah, you just have to be a boss. You just have to whisper to the
Dang,
camera
this
properly.
camera's awesome.
I'm gonna turn the brightness of this light. Can I make this any brighter?
That's why you get a good cam.
The cam is good. This is a great cam.
I know. Like I didn't know that it has like such a focal point. Like
Yeah. What?
in the lens.
Yeah. So, anyways, this is the cam here. The guy, I should say. They didn't do any special printing for this guy, except, I mean, of course, this is a special mold and print that goes along with it for his head. But the only other prints were his shoulder.
There is my phone.
Simple, easy. It's all. I mean, it's all you need for this guy. Good though. He looks good. They added a little bit of the red highlighting, accenting, sort of, for his blaster rifle. But it's pretty much the exact same blaster rifle build that you get for all of the different kinds of trooper guys. You get them for clone troopers and stormtroopers, and well, the scout trooper came with a pistol. It doesn't count. But I think the shore trooper had the same kind of thing. The alternate variations on them are pretty much exactly the same. But this is your age-old trigger system. Let's get Ray out here. Let's see the trigger system. There we go. Shot Ray. Okay, so that's how all these things work. And yeah, he comes with an extra piece. Sometimes there's a spot to clip the extra shot onto the character. Oh yeah, there is. Where does that clip into? Oh, I see where that clips in. Where did the piece go? Oh, there it is. All right, so yeah, and then you put your extra shot here so you don't lose it later. Boom. There he is. Thing is fine. The armor is fine. Super simple. There's nothing too special about the guy. I can understand why he's a little cheaper, but the pieces that are used to mold for the body here fit the actual look of a TIE fighter pilot. So that works pretty well. Unlike how these pieces, they just don't fit the look for an actual organic clothed person in this form. Anyways, so let me bring out all the characters from this wave. So this is wave number 4. I think this is wave number 4 for buildable figs. But you can just call it the Force Awakens wave, because that's what these characters are for. Now, granted, he could be in any of the movies. You don't have to call him the Force Awakens Chewie. This Rey is pretty similar to also Force Awakens. So Force Awakens or Last... Oh, oops, I meant to say Last Jedi, not Force Awakens. Last Jedi wave. And then the TIE Fighter pilot, technically, you may have seen this guy in Force Awakens, but I'm sure you're going to be seeing him in The Last Jedi. And yeah, this guy is pretty much the only one that's really a Last Jedi character. And you might, who knows, maybe we'll see him again, or characters like this again in the 9th episode as well. Who knows? But let's see. This guy definitely wins for the coolest custom pieces. And he loses for the worst action function. Custom pieces include Bingo, Bango, Bongo, at least for the Prince, Mingo. Okay, I don't know. I'm not going to say. And then this is also a new piece for the Blade. Really cool. They're all very different. That's cool. So this mold is really different from anything else we got. This print is also unique. The mold for the head is crazy. The head is just crazy looking. I think it's cool. Some people are going to find really fun uses for this, I think. But yeah, the action function, not very good in terms of mobility. But not that good in terms of mobility. Yeah, it's similar to K2SO, or I can't remember. Somebody else has a really bad one. But you can cover this up so easily, though. You literally just take this one piece out and you replace it with a 1x3 red piece. But I can tell you right now, we don't have any of those spares because I used them all for the Swordfish 2 mock. Anyways, yeah. So this guy's cool. Wins for unique parts. This guy just showed you. He's the simplest. Hardly any custom printing. There's some custom prints that make up his sort of atmospheric breathing apparatus thing, but they're actually pretty decent. And then he also has prints here, and then of course this special print for also the special mold for his helmet. So there's a few, but the rest of the body is very, very blank. I don't really think it needs a whole lot of extra detailing. He's the cheapest, at least in the States and in Euro, but he's the same price as this guy, the Praetorian Guard for the UK. So if you're in the States or other parts of Europe, he will be a little bit cheaper than the rest of these guys, even though he's got a higher part count than both the Praetorian Guard as well as Rey. Now let's move on to Rey. Rey. My least favorite from this wave. Not to any fault of her necessarily, or the character or the way she was built. It's for the same reasons that I always choose. These characters in sort of the organic, fleshy clothing form just don't translate that well for this build style. So or at least not as well. Because I mean, like, look, the legs are built the exact same way as these guys, even here. But this is actual armor. You know, it's supposed to be armor. Anyways, I've exhausted this point, I think. But yeah, she doesn't look as good. Also, there's no printing on the sides here, but like really, really detailed in the front. And it's just like once they hit that angular point, it's all just negative space. And I don't know, it just doesn't fit that well. That is a new mold, though, by the way, for her body. And I think the best part is the build for her little pistol. Build for her pistol works quite well, actually. And we get a lightsaber. The one saving grace is this feels more like a toy than anything else. You really actually can swing this super hard. And if you pinned her up against any of the other buildable figs here, she could knock them down really easily. And it's just highly functional. It's fun to use. It's not delicate. So, you know, I think that's a good thing. You could also change this up too if you really didn't like this thing sticking out of her back. You can take those parts out. It takes maybe a little bit more finagling and messing around with on the inside than the Praetorian Guard if you wanted to switch his function out, but not by a huge amount. Special pieces for her. This is a special print for her arm, but it's supposed to just show like the flesh tones and like the cloth wraps. Doesn't look that good. Of course, the mold. This is a special piece. And the cloth for her sort of skirt, but just kind of robes, tattered clothes. Yeah, so let's move down. Last one, Chewie. First guy we built for the stream. He's the biggest or totally organic figure. So technically K2SO and Grievous are bigger than him as buildable figs, but he's taller than everybody else. He has a really sort of specific and interesting, and actually I can just pop this off, but the insides of him that make up the shoulders that come out much, much wider, that give the space for this nice big headpiece, totally different build style than any of the other buildable figs. He's a little bit more complex in that sense. And I think they did a pretty decent job of making his furry body kind of, the proportions work. Like he gets wider out here for his wrists. See how this kind of comes out wider and it overlays over his hand a little bit because it's kind of his crazy big Wookiee fur kind of covering everything else. Same idea down here by his feet, how it actually gets wider. Almost sort of like bell-bottom jeans. But the main idea is that, yeah, he's just totally covered in fur. He's so big that they used shin pieces on the back of his leg. Not the first time that they've used this piece on the back of the legs, but I think it makes a lot of sense for this character. They even have just a little bit more brown. Generally speaking, from the back, he's not as impressive. They didn't bother to put any printing onto his back piece because they just figured people aren't going to care as much. It's probably made sense from a production aspect, but he looks pretty good from the front. I actually think he looks pretty good from the front. His knees are a little wobbly, the pieces there, but yeah, I think this guy works well. The mold for his head is pretty darn good. Probably one of the best molds we've gotten for any brick built fig. Yeah, it's good. Like the ammo belt, and his trigger is activated for his bowcaster. There's kind of this little piece that, I don't know if you can see it that well. Little piece that you can move up in there, and then when you push it down and then you really press it, that's what activates. So, anyways, that's his weapon. And I do like this little clip piece in the front that kind of looks like it could be a crosshair. Even though in reality this piece would probably want to be further back, and then we figure out another part for the sights. But those are the 4 figs, and they look pretty darn good. I think, guys, because I could bring out the rest of the guys right now, but I think what I'm gonna do is just make every single Lego Star Wars buildable figure episode later this week. So I think I'll just do that then. So for the time being, whoa. For the time being, I think that is going to be it for this episode. If I stand these guys up, you can actually kind of see them all sitting there, which is sort of cool. Oop. Is it about over already? Yes, Lego Rocket Raccoon. And sorry for those Oh, Tickly Pickles is in the house. People are coming back for the stream. Sorry I wasn't on the stream or talking or answering questions. Usually when I start doing the review stuff, I just kind of talk about everything that I want to sort of talk about. Look how much bigger Chewbacca is compared to the rest of these guys, too. Like, I brought out Darth Vader because he's, like, the next biggest guy when I compared him at first. And he's only a little bit bigger than Darth Vader. But, like, this is average for buildable figs. And Chewie is, like, way bigger. Let me move Chewie in there, and then, like, Rey, you can just see. Actually, let me move them over a little bit so you can kind of see the Praetorian Guard. But anyways, yeah, looks pretty good, everybody. I think that is going to be it for this little live stream. I hope you guys enjoy this. And if I have enough time today, I can bring in, like, this board and get some bungee cords and stuff and wrap the computer case to the back of this big sort of wheelie monstrosity that holds all the live streaming equipment. We might be able to wheel it into the city that's in the room behind me for tomorrow's live stream. That is a tentative possibility, but adios, buenos noches. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the live stream, and this is probably going to be the Thursday collection video every single blank ever made. It's not going to be every single minifigure. It's going to be every single brick built figure or Star Wars buildable figure ever made. So anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you enjoyed hanging out. I certainly enjoyed putting these things together and talking about them for you guys, and we will see you next time at BrickVault.